and welcome back to Trends and Friends, everyone. Dr. Binks is joining us with the Weight Management Clinic at Texas Tech. We are talking about all things managing work and life. I know with working from home and having that access on technology now, it's kind of hard to decide when I can work and when I'm not, especially when you're at home, you can still kind of work. So I think it's kind of changing the way we do things. How do we keep that balance and not be working too much or not working enough?
I think there are lots of changes with all this working from home that some people have done it for periods in their lives, but it does tend to create this I'm working all the time mode. And some jobs require you to work most of the time, but there's still this idea of understanding how to put some hard stops in so you do have some truly free time. And I think that's what we want to talk about today. One of the ideas that a lot of people that are, I don't know if you want to use the word workaholics or type A, they think that, you can't take care of yourself and be productive. You have to spend every minute working. But even in times that somebody's struggling to find me time, so long as they find some, it helps a whole lot. And I think that's one very important part of this. Even if you've only got a few hours a week, designate that as time that you are going to unplug, for example.
So when you say unplug, what does that kind of consist of? How do we make sure that we're not still doing work things? Because you could say you're going to unplug on social media or go places. You could still somehow end up doing work. So how do we still make sure that we're unplugging and doing that kind of stuff for ourselves?
It really does take planning because, somebody like myself, I have patients, we have research going on, so you can't be 100% turned off just in case there's an emergency. But I think really telling yourself what does and does not belong in that time. And so as an example, I don't check emails for very certain periods of time, but if there's something important, they can text me and tell me to check my email. But then it's always a challenge because you open that thing up and next thing you know, you're working. So there is a little bit of discipline. But I do think that we tend to overvalue our own importance, and I'm speaking of myself. There are so many things that will take care of themselves even if I'm not on them every minute. So I do think it's a lot about the mindset.
Yeah, I definitely find myself, especially with my phone and being able to have access to emails on my phone, checking it. So it's definitely hard to get that balance of having that me time, even when it's on the weekends. They're like, Kelsey, get off your email. And I'm like, sorry, I'm getting so many emails. And you're getting nervous and not wanting to be really overwhelmed when you start work on Monday.
Well, it might be very hard for you to believe, but I'm old enough to remember that when there wasn't email and I worked during that time, and actually we all survived, right? And we managed to be productive, and I managed to decide what to have at the grocery store without being on my phone and talking to my significant other, right? So I think that the technology has sort of taken over our lives a little, and that's a good thing. I mean, we've increased productivity, connectivity to people. But the one thing that I will caution people to do with this finding the balance, understand also what in your life you think is fun time that's actually draining. And I think that's really important because for me, for example, if I'm sitting in front of my computer, even if I'm doing something that's not really work, I still feel like I'm working. And it's probably true of the phone too. So I look for those things that are very different than my job to relax. And I think that helps. So not playing video games would be one of my examples. It's like, no, more screen time I don't need.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here, Dr. Binks. You definitely gave us a lot to think about.
Hey, thank you.
Of course, don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back after the break.